was not conscious choice as much as just sort of how one's mind gets shaped by various things. What one would get inevitably from McKeon was a sense that the human mind can organize reality in many different ways, and there is no perspective beyond all of these different ways that enables one to have a kind of finally objective judgment. One will be drawn into one or another, and some of that has to do with the historical epoch one is in, or one's intellectual propensities, or something or else. So that kind of relativization of the intellectual life I have never given up. I think that's true, that we cannot stand on Mount Olympus and come to the truth, that is the truth for everybody. On the other hand, I began to feel dissatisfied with the rather radically ahistorical perspective of McKeon, and it seemed to me that the history of philosophy was not simply a matter of choosing among abstract systems, abstract ways of putting concepts together, and that changes in science and other developments really meant that there were reasons, not final reasons, but good reasons to go in some directions rather than others. And among the options that other members of the philosophy department offered, one was the positivism of Carnap, but he himself recognized that you couldn't live out of that philosophy, and the whole notion of having one set of beliefs for the classroom and another for life didn't touch me at all. Then there was a kind of pragmatism of Morris, which I appreciated, but again it didn't really deal with the issues that were of greatest concern to me. So of the people with whom I was studying, Hartshorne was the one who really gave me a way of thinking that had a convincing power, and also, no doubt, was saying things that I preferred to believe than some of the others. I'm sure that that matter of preferring one set of answers to another plays a role in how one finally comes out. But partly that my recognition that I preferred it made me suspicious of it, so that it's a complicated process. At the time I finished my program, I would be inclined to say, well, the two philosophers I like best are Whitehead and Aristotle. I had not, in some kind of final way, become a Whiteheadian, but increasingly it was the study of Whitehead that shaped the way I actually thought about things. Aristotle has faded as a significant influence. The Aristotle came from McKeon, of course. He was a neo-Aristotelian, as he described himself. So it's hard to say whether it's a decision. I'm sure there are thousands. That would be a Whiteheadian answer. I made millions of decisions. And gradually, out of millions of decisions, one way of looking at the world became the way I actually looked at the world. And that's not then subject to some kind of quick choice. Well, I think I'll look at it another way.